Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Telcoin. This is a cryptocurrency that I was talking about back in 2020 and talking about through 2021 when we saw a massive move for Telcoin. And since then, it's lost a lot of attention, right? It's really fell back down. A lot of people have not been paying attention to Telcoin. However, it's starting to get more attention again. And so this is a cryptocurrency that I think is going to change the world. I think that they have been continuing to build during the bear market. And they're going to be releasing a product here maybe over the next 3 to 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. I don't know what that is. However, I still think that they are making sure that they are compliant, they're meeting the regulatory standards for remittance payments moving forward. And so if you enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for future content. And if you're interested in signing up for another platform, there is a link underneath the video to MEXC. Now, there is a promotion going on with MEXC. If you sign up and deposit $100, you will have an opportunity here to get the $200 futures bonus. Now, the less people that sign up means there is a better chance for you getting that just by depositing $100. So make sure to check that out. So let's go ahead and take a look at Telcoin here. And so as I mentioned, they are focusing on remittance payments. Now, if you're not familiar with this, maybe you're new to cryptocurrencies in the last 6 months to a year, maybe you have not been around in the previous bull markets. So I'm going to explain what they are doing. They are focusing on remittance payments. They're focusing on reducing the amount that it costs and the transaction time to send money across the world, right? And so you can send remittance payments rather than going to Western Union, paying a 7 to 10% fee, and then waiting 3 to 5 days. Telcoin is able to bring that down to about 2.5%, and then the transaction could be instantly or only take a day. So there's definitely an advantage to doing this. And so I think that Telcoin is definitely focusing on that. They're making sure that they are compliant and meeting the regulatory standards. So let's go ahead and take a look at that here on CoinMarketCap. Currently trading under 0.005 right now. We can see this has been up substantially since the middle of February. So this was trading right around 0.0013. Right now we're about up 4x from that position. So this has been doing very well. However, I still think there's a lot of upside for this moving forward. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the chart here. We can see that this was under a big accumulation phase for a very long time, right? So since we hit the all-time high here, we went up very quickly. This is when the LB 649 bill was being passed in Nebraska. We saw a huge spike on Telcoin, and then we started to fall off, right? And then we have been consolidating ever since. This is where the team has been continuing to build, and now we are starting to break out of that accumulation phase. And so this is something to start paying attention to. I think a lot of the people that maybe sold on the way down are going to FOMO back into this cryptocurrency, right? If you're interested in Telcoin early on, they have a large community. As this starts going up, a lot of the people that bought back here are going to be buying here again on the pump. So definitely something to keep in mind. And so as I mentioned, the bill that was passed in Nebraska in 2021 was the Nebraska Financial Innovation Act. And now this legislation creates a new state banking charter for digital asset depository institutions. So the charter is of the first of its kind to be shaped around consumers and connecting them to a decentralized finance in a safe and regulated manner. And so we can see here's some of their terms and conditions that have been continuing to be updated. And so as it mentions here, they're going to be launching their own stablecoin. Now it has not been announced yet, right? They're just calling it EXYZ here. And so as we can see here, the stablecoin is going to be fully backed by an equivalent amount of the US dollar or applicable fiat currency held in FDIC insured and Federal Reserve Bank member US regulated financial institutions. Right, so like as I mentioned before, they are making sure that they are regulated. They are essentially applying and working towards becoming the first digital asset bank out there for cryptocurrencies and stablecoins to reduce the fees and the time it takes for remittance payments. So we can see in this article here that they explain very well. The global average of sending 200 remained high at around 7% in the first quarter of 2019. So roughly 7% of $200 to send payments overseas to another country, according to the World Bank Remittance Prices Worldwide database. Now, reducing the remittance cost to 3% by 2030 is a global target under Sustainable Development Goal. So that is what Telcoin is focusing on doing here. Their goal is to be at 2.5%, and so they're looking at achieving that well before 2030. And I think this is definitely something they're going to achieve. Now they've been very quiet, right? They may not be able to talk about what they are working on. However, I think as the team continues to move forward, they are attending the MWC event last week in Barcelona, and I'm going to be sharing a video from that. And so if they keep attending these events and wanting to be more well known, I think that they are definitely making a lot of progress towards that. and going to be successful. And so let's go ahead and take a look at that video here.
We are a multinational fintech startup focused on driving decentralized financial applications underpinned by blockchain technology. We do this in close collaboration with our mobile carrier or telco partners who provide that critical last mile connectivity into the wallet and also help to preserve the integrity of our blockchain network. But the key differentiation is this network would be validated and secured by mobile carriers, which are essentially GSMA members, so they are able to participate in this, harvest issuance and earn transaction fees, but also ensure the network is secured for the cross-border use case that I was talking about. Global remittances, P2P, especially addressing the underserved markets, and you want to do it at cheap or near zero cost fee and provide an access especially to these unbanked people, then the privately issued stablecoin provides a credible solution and alternative.
And so as you can see there, Telcoin is working with mobile partners to establish a remittance payments for the unbanked. And so this is definitely something that I think has a ton of utility, and it has a huge use case for cryptocurrencies, right? A lot of times people ask, well, what's the use case of cryptocurrencies? Why do we need these, right? Where Telcoin provides a benefit, right? We're reducing the fees from 7% down to 2.5%. Who would not want to use that network by a reduction in fees, especially instead of waiting 5 to 7 days, you may be receiving that payment in just 12 hours, right? And so there's a benefit to that. And so we can only ignore it so long before everyone starts using this type of technology moving forward. And so if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for future content, and then make sure to check out that link underneath the video to MEXC. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next video.